growing up is difficult. Growing up is difficult, and I feel as though, you know, being the grand old age I am, I'm still learning things, you know? I'm learning that even people that you think are going to have your back until the end sometimes won't, and that's okay. Your interests won't align that much anymore as you get older, and that's fine. You can't keep fitting people into the same box. One thing I used to do was sort of try and make it so everyone got along well together, like the Brady Bunch. And that's all I really wanted, you know, that's all I ever really wanted for the people I knew and my friends. I just wanted everyone to get on. But sometimes, you know, in the pursuit of making others happy, you don't make yourself happy. That's one thing that I've learned growing up. I've also learned I've also learned that you don't know necessarily where life is going to take you. 6 years ago, I thought I was going to be studying some form of music somewhere, and now I'm going off to do a PhD in computer science. I don't know the first thing about computers, so Ollie, if you're watching, like, good luck, bro. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just kind of like doing that and just hoping I land with my feet on the ground. And I think I'm kind of just, you know, trying to navigate making these big life choices and trying to make them for me, you know, because normally I'm thinking about other people when I'm making choices and what's easier for other people. But like, if I keep taking that route, you know, it's not gonna make things necessarily better or like more enriching for me. So yeah, I'll be doing my PhD, hopefully, fingers crossed, from October 1st this year, October 1st 2025, which means that by September 28th 2028 I will be Dr. Casey, which is kind of frightening. All of that rests on me being able to do my master's dissertation though, and I've been putting that on the long finger because I'm just really frazzled right now. But growing is a hard thing to do, and putting yourself out there is a very hard thing to do. You know, you project a certain amount of confidence, but trying to... I'm looking at myself in my monitor? Camera 2. Trying to negotiate that and like put myself out there and walking a very, very thin line of being too much or too little. And someone very close to me said that, you know, be 100% you, because if they want you, they do, and if they don't, then it's not for you. And this academic year has been truly eye-opening to that, and I'm so thankful for the people and the friends that I've met. And yeah, so essentially what I want to start doing, possibly over this summer, maybe over like the next couple of seasons, I guess, is just sort of document this next sort of step in my life. Really aim to hold myself accountable a little bit more. Really like get stuck in, because like there's no point. I'm at an age now where I can't really like stay on the sidelines and wait for opportunities to come my way. Like, I made this opportunity for myself, so I'm gonna make the most of it and know that like it's the way forward. I want to say it's the right choice for me to do it, and I know it is. It's just right now it seems a little bit scary and a little bit nerve-wracking. So this hasn't been plugged in. That's hilarious. Whatever. Yeah, I'm plugged in. So another thing I just wanted to talk about, which I've had a couple of conversations with my peers in the past about, is imposter syndrome. Makes me a little bit emotional thinking about it, actually, because I've got this far and I did my interview for the PhD and it went really well, apparently, but in the moment I thought, this guy doesn't want me to do this. I am not in the least slightest bit qualified to do this. And then I look at my transcripts from my undergraduate degree. I can do this. It says right there on the piece of paper that I can. And I think part of my problem is that I found it quite easy, the undergrad. The master's has been a bit more challenging, I think, because I just haven't been as locked in for this, which is ironic because it's been much more expensive. It's been a very expensive year for Lily. But I guess my motivation's been a little bit lower this year. I've been, I started on my SSRIs and I've been, taking, supplements to try and combat some of the brain fog that I've been experiencing with my polycystic ovarian syndrome. But in terms of the actual way that I feel, sometimes I sit there and I'm like, how in the hell have I got onto this master's level course? And the people around me, they all seem to know what they're doing. But I've had this conversation with so many other people and they have said that they don't know what they're doing either. I've had a conversation with some of my lecturers and they don't know what they're doing either. It's comforting to know that it doesn't stop in a weird way. It doesn't go away. We're all just doing our best. That's the best we can do, I guess. It's you sort of just when they say that the undergrad years go quick, I did not understand what that meant. I started on the 16th of September 2020 and I graduated on the 15th of July 2024, and it just flew by. And suddenly I was walking across that stage, and that day I was out of it anyway. I had no idea what was up with me on graduation day. I was just out of it. But sorry, I keep catching myself down there. I look so pretty right now. What the fuck? I think having friends in the same boat has really kind of kept me grounded, and a lot of the people that I've met this year and have been spending time interacting with, they're all feeling the exact same way. And I think part of it is me being nervous for the future and being nervous to meet people that I haven't even met yet. And I'm so scared of being judged, and I'm so scared of being I don't want to say perceived because that makes me sound like an absolute arsehole, but yeah, in a way, people knowing who I am and kind of getting a read just on paper and not seeing the full picture. That's something that frightens me. And when I eventually do big girl job, because PhD doesn't last forever and I'm going to have to get a big girl job, it's very much nervousness. But my friend, obviously I'm a social scientist, I have no idea what that is, but my friend, no, that sounded so weird, you get what I mean. My friend told me that the body experiences nervousness and excitement the exact same way. And I kind of get what he means by that, because Like, I am really, really excited to start this thing, and I've worked hard for it. I haven't even, like, it hasn't even crossed my mind that it's something that I had to work hard for because I love it so much. But I have worked myself to the bone, and I think that's probably why I'm feeling a little bit burnt out right now. But yeah, it's one of those things. And obviously I think it's scary because it's new. You know, I haven't really taken the time to sort of like think about it and think about all the stuff I've been through in the past, God knows how long, 5 years, and just like take a step back and go, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe it. I've got an undergraduate bachelor's first class honours degree. I'm headed towards at least a merit for my master's, fingers crossed, like all going well. I only have to pass my paper to get a merit, so like if I do really well I'll get a first, but I'm not that bothered. I'm not that bothered about what I get because the PhD will trump it all in the end, hopefully. But I think just finding something that I love to do has just been crazy, and it's like one of those weird things where it's like, what do you do when your dream's finished? And it's like, I don't have a long-term goal in mind as of yet. I'd like to travel. I'd like to see the world a little bit. Money willing, you know, need to get some form of employment under my belt for that to happen. But then having like just being stable. Like, I just want stability. I just want something to be proud of and move on to the next thing. I feel like it's like a video game and like the skill tree, and I'm doing the academic route, and then I'll finish it by the time I'm 28. Then what? I've got like 40, 50 years left, and then I've got so much time to do it. So I'm not stressing out too much as of yet. I'm just anticipating. I think that's what it is. I'm anxiously anticipating the next chapter, and it's a chapter I'm doing by myself, which is crazy. Like, obviously, technically, undergrad I did by myself, but for the first 6 weeks, and then by that time I'd found a really solid group of mates, and like, you know, from then on we did that together, and like that didn't feel like an isolated thing. But I'm going away to I'm doing it again. I'm moving to a new town that I've never been to before. I'm going to be conversing with people that, you know, I haven't met yet, and it's exciting. It really is exciting, but it's bizarre. It is bizarre, you know. I'm cuckoo crazy pants. Yeah, I'm Little Miss Cuckoo Crazy Pants, and I enjoy, you know, the unknown. I enjoy it. There's no expectations if I don't, like, put them on myself. So that's kind of like a thing, but I enjoy things being black and white. I do. Grey makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable, which I think is probably where I'm at now, because I'm still waiting for my university to get back to the new one. Ooh. So, like, whilst that's up in the air, I'm sort of just, like, moseying along, reading articles, doing that stuff. So, yeah. That's where I'm at the moment. So, maybe I'll check in like, a week or so, see where I'm at. I really just wanted to check my mic was still working and, like, how this camera thing worked out. I think it worked out okay. Just next time I need to remember to plug the microphone in. But, yeah. So I will check in later. Bye.